Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. So we've trophied our last 3 in a row. So we're drafting to win, trying to get 4 in a row. I think the last video I posted there was like 19 hours left, and I normally do like 1 or 2 drafts a week. So we're doing a second draft today, and I mean hopefully I trophy this and then I can deal with. Do I keep going? I don't normally cube this much in one day, but we'll see. Opening for their Lingus is a very good sign. Pestifestation, Survival of the Fittest, Carrion Feeder. This one I don't care that much about. But these two are quite good. But I think For the Lingus, definitely the best of the bunch. This card is very, very good card to start off with. Ooh. I could take a Fury or a Wooded Foothills. It's probably Fury. Fury is so irreplaceable. Just 0 mana, kill your whole board. You can Fury, clear their board, and then pave the way for Fourth Year Lingus. It's nuts. It does suck to pass Wooded Foothills. This is, I think, the best fetch. Red green, for me at least, has been the best color pairing. But Fury is nuts. Maybe we can get like Wandering Emperor to come around. That would be nice. But this is a great start. Then we get Love a Squee. If I take in Survival, I could grab Squee. We could take a Bone Crusher Giant. Adelin's very good. This is fixing, but it's kind of low priority fixing. I think Adelin's much better than Giant. And I'm just gonna take it. Decks that one Adelin that whoa! What the heck? We got, what is going on? Gut, Pyrokinesis, the One Ring, Orcus Lumberjack, Jackrabbit. I think Gut is better than the One Ring in this deck. I don't like, drawing cards is nice, but just killing your opponent is very valuable. I would probably take Gut and wheel a Jackrabbit. This card is really good. I would take this over everything else in the pack except for Gut, because Gut just wins games, and winning the game is far more important than like delaying yourself from dying or drawing into cards, because like you're spending 4 mana. This does impact the board because it gives you protection from everything, so that is pretty nice. But you then have to spend mana later to win the game. Whereas Gut, you just play it and they die. Quite good with Adelin as well, because you can stack the triggers such that Adelin makes a token and then Gut makes, you can sack the token to get a 4/1. So basically, Adelin with Gut plus Adelin, you just get a 4/1 menace every time you attack, which not a bad gig. I love Prismatic Ending. I think that card's really good. Get Lost is also nice. Stomping Ground could help with like some configurations of fetches, but I think I'm gonna take the good. Well, the downside of taking Pending this early, nah. I was gonna say I might not end up with that many colors, but even Pending for 2 is great. You can kill a Mox for 1, Portable Holes for 1, Mana or Dorks like a Ragavan you can kill. For 2, you can kill most like kind of annoying things, and it stops becoming mana efficient at 3 mana anyway. So like it's nice to have the opportunity to Pending like a Teferi or an Oko, but ideally we'll just find better removal for that. Like Council's Judgment, stuff like that becomes more mana efficient than Pending, because you could then Council's Judgment a 4 and a 5-drop all for 3 mana. Okay, oh, Mana Tithe. Let's go. Containment Priest is nice. Bombardment is better than it has been in the past. There's like a decent amount of archetypes that care about this, but I'm gonna take the Mana Tithe. Good cards be good. I'm trying to find, with Gut and Adelin, we actually do want to somewhat prioritize the cheaper aggressive creatures, because you want to be able to trigger these the turn they come down. That being said, I like Carney T. It's funny. I had a friend recently tell me that Carney T is Carnage Tyrant, which is like the 6 mana uncounterable hexproof dinosaur, I think. And I call this Carney T too. I don't know how it makes sense to me that this is Carney T, but it like, you emphasize the T in interpreter. Anyway, what would you shortcut this name to be? Let me know. I'm gonna take the fixing here. None of these are so important. I like this card a lot, but I think fixing's more important. Chandra, Stoneforge, Ephemerate, Jetmir's Garden. Chandra is removal. Stoneforge with no GT yet. There's basically no removal that, even with GT, I would rather just have the GT than Stoneforge for GT. Jetmir's Garden could help with some fixing, but I think I like Chandra in this position. I just like things that stay in play, give value. The uptick for mana can be pretty potent with Fourth Earlingus because you just get more knights. But then she can also be removal. Just a good card overall. Survival Wield, as it always does. I'll take a Guardian Scale Lord. I kind of hope to not have to play this card. There's a lot of better fives, like Glorybringer. Can't remember the dude's name. The haste one that makes a bunch of rebels. There's just a lot of good 5 mana giant creatures. We do get the Wandering Emperor. Very happy about that. So this deck looks kind of nice. We're not squeeing. Saheeli could be fire blasting, but this deck looks more dirtily than anything. And Metamorphose doesn't matter so much. I'll take a Saheeli, but I'm probably not going to play it. I will play a Jacked Rabbit. That fits perfect with Gut and Adeline. Yeah. Greater Gargadon. Probably not doing that. I'll take a Flicker Wisp. Okay, we get Containment Priest. I actually like that card. Wow, okay. White is open, as always. This is a 2. Pending's a 1, most likely. Fury's a 0. I will clear a space for a 0 here. Where's a Mox? Any Mox? No Mox. This is a Giver of Runes deck. There's the 0. Mishra's Bauble's okay with Gut. Giver of Runes is also just okay in this deck. I mean, it is nice to be able to protect these things. I want Sunbaked Canyon more than I want Giver of Runes. So I guess I'll just take it. I think Giver of Runes wheels anyway. And again, I just, like, I really want to be able to cast Chandra and Gut. Hardcasting Fury would be nice. We're looking for more ones, but we're looking for more playable cards like Mother of Runes, Ocelot Pride, Mox Ruby. What is this pack? Fetch, Manifold, Ocelot Pride, Mox Ruby. Reanimate, Frog, Chariot. I think Ocelot Pride might wheel, but I'm gonna take Mox Ruby. That's really good. Okay, happy about that. I could take Mana Confluence, Flame Slash, or Thraben Inspector. Right now, Fury, Pending, Chandra as removal. I think Confluence, Wheel Inspector. Inspector is really good with Gut. I guess I'll take Inspector here. I do want cheap creatures. There's God of Souls. So if we wheel Ocelot Pride, I can be happy. It kind of sucks because I'm very unlikely to wheel Ocelot Pride, but I opened a Mox, so I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, I'll take God of Souls. Okay, this pack. I want Dark Confidant. Sadly, probably cannot get there. Savai Triome gives us those colors. This could be Savai Triome territory. I could also take a Blood Crypt. That makes some fetches better, but this isn't really a Dragon's Rage Channeler deck. I would like Dark Confidant. This deck would be sick, but I need to take fixing before I can get there. Yeah, I'll take Savai Triome. It makes it so that I can sort of just... because that's my first fetchable on-color duel. Luminarch Aspirant is real nice. Yeah, good with Jacked Rabbit. I guess just Jacked Rabbit. I like Starting Town. Phoenix is nice too, but Aspirant's kind of where we want to be. Hogak going that late hurts my soul. I know I can't jump into Hogak here, but I want to. I really, really want to. Witch Enchanter, Burst Lightning, both good. Witch Enchanter is less replaceable, but Burst Lightning, I did pass up on some other removal. I'm gonna take the Burst Lightning. I don't know why this is putting cards here, but whatever. Alright, if Ocelot Pride wheels, I will be so happy. I doubt that it will, but white has been... I mean, we wheeled Jacked Rabbit, Line Sash, like we kind of wheeled everything, and so hopefully we can get there. But so far this is looking like a great trophy attempt deck. We got the Mox. A Strip Mine would go a long way. Better mana would help a lot. Bombardiers. Okay, Evora versus Sanguine Evangelist. I don't think it's Lauren here. Battlecry making tokens is nice. Really good with Gut and Adeline. Good with Flicker Wisp. Good to get back off Guardian Scale Lord. Evora's nice, but I don't have any other cross synergies. The Blood token is good with Gut, but I'm gonna take the Evangelist. Giver of Runes Wield, and none of this fixing matters. I could take Delayed Blast Fireball. It's not good. Why is it putting ones here? I don't know. Maybe because Jackrabbit is there? Okay. Why? Seeker's Chariot should not be going that late, dude. What the heck? Do I just take it? Like, what the heck? I could take Gao, I guess. I have some things to get back from Graveyard. Not playing this. Bauble could be okay if I end up getting Dragon's Rage Channeler. I'm gonna take Gao, I guess. I don't know. That could go either way. Springheart and Tuco going that late is also wild. I'm gonna take Mana Confluence. Okay, so we did not get Ocelot Pride, but that's okay. I don't think I'm gonna be playing black. I'll take a Mind Collapse if I need more removal here. And I'm not playing any of these or any of these. I think someone might have moved into white off the Ocelot Pride pass. We'll see though. Gao is serviceable. It is fun with Guardian Scale Lord. There's a couple other things with Line Sash. Gao Line Sash can start like you just remove cards from your own graveyard to trigger Gao and then hit them for damage. That's a Black Lotus. Okay. Alright, yeah, seems good. Hopefully wheel this thing. That's a very good card to Black Lotus out, but yeah. This is looking better. This is looking a lot better. Now I'm interested in this card. Because I could get back Black Lotus. So I could Lotus out Guardian Scale Lord, and say I go like turn 1 Thraben Inspector, turn 2 Guardian Scale Lord, back up on Thraben Inspector, attack, get back Black Lotus. It's pretty good. I'm not mad about it. The mana is looking awkward. I would love to not have to play this tapped land, but Black Lotus 4th Year Lingus is ridiculous. Oh boy. Now I get to decide. Broadside Bombardiers versus Parallax Wave. I think Bombardiers takes it, just really for being cheaper. But these are two incredible cards. I'm gonna take Bomba. The single mana pip is also quite nice. It's a very good card. This card is also, I'd be happy to get it. This tends to wheel, I think, whereas this card almost never wheels. Caracas, don't mind if I do. Missing out on a Surveil land, but I think that's worth it for, you know, this kind of shores up some matchups that could be hard. This deck is nuts. Absolutely nuts. We're missing Swords to Plowshares. We're missing like a fetchable duel, like just better mana. I don't want Flicker Wisp that much. We're missing Skyclave Apparition. Give her Mother of Runes. Ocelot Pride, unfortunately, will not show up. Okay. Flage. Whew. Okay, Voice of Victory. What was I looking at that cares about tokens? That's also good with Gut and Broadside Bombardiers. Holy cow, dude. Windswept Heath. The only fetchable I have enters tapped right now, so I don't even know if that's a high priority. Flage is really good. Retrofitter Foundry is also nice with both of these. You could just kind of start pumping out tokens. Flage is great. Windswept Heath. I think I'm gonna take... Is this gonna wheel? Because I really want this card too. It's so good with Adeline, Gut, Bombardiers, Sanguine Evangelist. I think it's worse than Flage because this is my first like Graveyard Matters card. Lightning Bolt. Oh no, dude! Lightning Bolt and Skyclave in the same pack. Okay, and Abandoned Air Temple. Arena of Glory, I mean, I would play it, but it's not a high priority. But it is, Arena of Glory Flage is gross. Wow. This deck is something else. I'm gonna take the Bolt here. It's hard to have too many 1-mana plays. It's definitely possible to have too many 3-mana plays, even if they're all absolutely ridiculous, like all of these are. Mach D costs 2, has flying. Shuts down things like sneak attack. Take that. I'm into this card, but I don't know. And I'm also into Flicker Wisp, but I don't know. Flicker Wisp is good with Wandering Emperor. Not that many. Flicker Wisp Containment Priest. Somewhat of a combo. I know Containment Priest Parallax Wave was a combo, but like, look. I'm only human. There's so many good cards here. Fiery Confluence. Eagles of the North. I don't think I'm going to get an untapped fetchable. 1, 2, 3. I might just have to accept that. Take Fiery Confluence because it's busted. Yeah. It really, the trend is I can either have an insane deck with horrible fixing or a pretty good deck with good fixing. I seem to like the last like 3 trophies I've had great decks and I just never opened or saw my on-color duels. It's very sad to me. Felia with Containment Priest does like kill all of their things. Does have Flash, Figure of Destiny. I want both. Guess Felia's better. Especially with Death Greeter's Champion. Winds of Abandon also could be nice, but I think I have enough removal and this deck just kills them. I think Felia, Death Greeter's Champion can start doing stuff. Yeah, I'd like both, but this card is nuts. Council's Judgment versus Seer. Probably not playing either one, but I'll take this just in case opponent has like way too many removal spells. Staff of the Storyteller. At this point, I think it's Elegant Parlor. I don't have any fetches, do I? No. Staff is very good. I have, whenever you create a creature token, so I don't have enough time for this. I'll take Elegant Parlor, but they're definitely, oh, we did it. Okay, Voice of Victory. Let's go. And we wheel Skyclave. Is it better just to take Abandoned Air Temple because my deck is nuts? No, this card's so good. There is a world of like Abandoned Air Temple being good, but Skyclave with Felia with potentially Flicker Wisp, although this is so many 3s. Cutting this 3-drop slot is stacked, dude. Look at this curve. It's more 3s than anything. Maybe I regret the Flage pick. Adeline, is Sanguine Evangelist now the weakest link? Somehow? Might be. This deck is nuts. It just has horrible mana. Which I think is okay. So these are lands. Because we are only 2 colors. 28. Okay. Fury goes here. Fiery Confluence. So my reasoning for cutting Confluence is with Black Lotus, I want 4-drops that I can play turn 1 and be happy about. So like turn 1 Chandra is quite good, whereas turn 1 Fiery Confluence, not as promising. Okay, Gao, Lion Sash, or great sideboard pairing, but just not as promising. I'd like to cut a 3, but I guess if you think about this as a 4, it's just so good. Flicker Wisp, Death Greeters is like you play Flicker Wisp, and then you dash this, and this becomes a 4/1 double striking flying creature. Nuts. Containment Priest with Felia and Flicker Wisp can just kill all of their stuff. And I still have to make a cut. At least 1, maybe 2. Flage gives us great late game. These are like all of the best 3s in the entire cube. My 2s are not as good, but still quite strong. Do I just cut Giver of Runes? My turn 1s get weaker, but Giver of Runes does protect all of these quite well. But she's a terrible top deck. And with Black Lotus Box Ruby, I might be skipping the 1s anyway. And then 16 land plus Black Lotus is probably enough. And then I have Burst Lightning, Lightning Bolt pending, Mana Tithe. And I'm currently not running Council Judgment or Fire Confluence because I think Flage is better. I could cut Burst Lightning because I'm running Flage and run Giver of Runes instead. And then, I mean, it's a good sideboard card. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Just more proactive stuff. I just would hate to get caught with Burst Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Mana Tithe pending. Like, that feels like too many cards for a deck that's trying to do Black Lotus stuff turn 1. Whereas, if instead of, like, Burst Lightning, I could go Black Lotus, turn 1 play, like, Luminarch, Aspirant, Guide of Souls, Giver of Runes, that's a pretty good turn 1 play. So, 24... Am I playing the Savai Trial? I don't think so. One reason to cut Chandra would be she's double red, and the mana can't reliably handle that. But she's such a good Black Lotus target specifically that I think I want to keep her. Because the replacement would be Lion Sash, Council's Judgment, none of which are particularly great. Okay, we'll do that. 6-3. So this would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's actually not bad. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what? The mana's not horrible, and I get another. Another planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 white sources. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red sources. Yeah, I guess that's basic planes. I don't think I need Savai Triumph. The Surveil land I think is quite nice. Alright, that's the deck. See you all round 1. Well, I think I gotta keep this hand. Got a couple different directions we can go with it. We'll see what happens. Jacked Rabbit. I could just play a really big Jacked Rabbit, but I think it's better off doing this Black Lotus, passing turn and playing the Wandering Emperor. I think that's correct. Then we have like pending. This is safer against counter magic from our opponent. I could lead off Voice of Victory, I guess, but the hope is that if I don't draw a land, I could just play Guide of Souls. And the hope is that I do draw a land, and then I can play Voice of Victory, and the next turn play Guide of Souls. Territorial Kavu as a 3-3. So I can play a 2-2 Vigilance here, or I can wait and exile the Kavu next turn. It's a good question. Make a 2-2, make it a 3-3 with first strike until end of turn. I could also pending the Kavu if I get a red source. I think I'm going to wait. Okay, did not draw land. That's unfortunate. But what are you going to do? I can go Guide of Souls Skyclave. I think I'm just going to Wandering Emperor the Kavu this turn. I don't know. This is not the best line. They could have counter magic now and I could just die. But we'll see what they do. Discard a card if you do draw a card. Sure. They discard Tarmogoyf. Okay, what is in your hand? Oko. Bit of a problem. Okay, that worked out fairly well, I think. I get to play Wandering Emperor here. And I can attack Oko for 3. Or I can exile Territorial Kavu. I think attacking Oko, because if I draw an untapped land, I could just pending this. We get a Vigilant Samurai. Land. Let's go! Okay. 3-3. Attack Oko for 3. Let me pending the Kavu. So I have mana, I got a 3-3 in play. Wandering Emperor at a fairly high life total. And any white source I can just Skyclave the Oko. But I have to keep in mind, my opponent discarded Tarmogoyf. So their hand is completely loaded. They make a food. Okay, I have a Containment Priest. But I think... let's begin with Voice of Victory. They have to counter this. Or play whatever it was they were going to play. Fairy Mastermind, you got it. So Wandering Emperor is probably just going to die. I can make Wandering Emperor Voice of Victory a 2-4. And then it can block the food and Wandering Emperor survives. I think I'm actually going to do that. They could Oko the Voice of Victory to make it a 3-3, but then, you know, they're using Oko. They sear that. Okay, so Wandering Emperor does die. They make a food. Any white source and we're in this. But, I mean, it's been 5 turns and I haven't hit any mana, so... you know, sometimes you keep hands like this and that's just how it goes. White. Gut. Well, it's not looking great for us. Play Jacked Rabbit. My best bet now is the life gain off of Guide of Souls Jacked Rabbit. But I'm taking 5 here. I mean, it's not that much damage. Hold at 12. I'm not going to chump. Alright, Skyclave, let's go. The One Ring. That's problematic. I guess I'll probably be Skyclaving that. Dude, come on! Alright. Guide of Souls. Attack Oko. Gain a life. Probably just dying. One land in 7 turns is unique, I guess is one way to put it. What do you got for 5 mana? 6 mana. Upheaval? That would be kind of wild. Okay. Time Spiral. Now I draw all my... yeah, I'm probably dead, but they're showing me more of their deck, which I guess is nice. So I can Death Greeter's Champion. I have to assume they have nothing. I have to assume their hand is all lands. But I can play Death Greeter's Champion. Never mind. I was gonna say, I could put a counter on Jackrabbit, gain life off Guide of Souls, and then attack with Jackrabbit, stack the trigger so I get the rabbits first, then give it flying in attack. Take 5. Opponent didn't even need to activate the One Ring. They also didn't even need to attack with the food token for some reason. Okay, Flage could be pretty good here. Let's go Plains Flage. Kill the food token. Gain some life. Next turn they'll just flip Tamio, which completely invalidates all of my rabbit tokens. That's cool. I could have killed Tamio, I guess, but like, I just need them to misplay so bad to have any shot in this game. Right? Like, they can attack with Tamio, trade a clue token for my Jacked Rabbit, flip Tamio off the One Ring, still hit me for 5. But we're going to do our best. I can dash the Death Greeter's Champion on Jacked Rabbit. I think that's my best shot, is like doing that and then somehow Skyclaving into something useful. Okay, they have Earth Fastbond. I'm liking this deck more for me. I don't think Fastbond's good with what I've seen from them so far. I mean, it's good in this spot because my opponent, like, I did nothing until they time spiraled and played the One Ring. But in general, Fastbond tends to be a weak card because it's a dead draw a lot of the time. But they could have like a 6 Storm Brew going on. Ooh, okay, I'm very dead. Loot the Pathfinders, definitely something. They should kill the rabbit. I get to block this. Prevent 4. I'm just dead. Let's move on. No point in playing this out. Fire Confluence, Burst Lightning. This could be a Council's Judgment matchup. I don't think Containment Priest is that valuable. I mean, they just had Oko. So I could cut Flicker Wisp then, and then just run Council's Judgment plus like a Gao. Or do I want... If I want Gao, I want Lion Sash, and I don't know if I want Gao. Maybe let's run Gao plus Sanguine Evangelist and just be as aggressive as possible. Feels correct. Okay. Keep this. It's not fast, but I have Fury. I actually can play my spells this turn. Okay, bluff the Mana Tithe. Always. Okay, opponent has blue up. Jacked Rabbit. I'm gonna play Voice of Victory this turn so that I can Jacked Rabbit for 3 next turn. And this just stops them from, you know, using Seer to kill a Chandra or something like that. Inspiring Vantage. Unless you control 2 or other fewer. Okay, so play this. Play him. Next turn, I can either Chandra. I could have played Fourth Air Lingas this turn, but I'd like to get more tokens out of it than just 1, because we have the ability to go play Chandra, uptick Chandra, Fourth Air Lingas for a lot, and that seems very super powerful. What did they ponder? They shuffled their library. Okay, they have red-green up. Draw Giver of Runes. I can Fourth Air Lingas for 2. Or I can play Chandra. Fourth Lingus for 2 is pretty nice because it hits them for 4. I'd be hitting them for 4, 5, 6, and then drawing a card. Next turn, it would be 8. It's pretty fast. I'm just gonna play this. I think Chandra into 4th Earlingus for 4 is a little greedy. They just concede. Okay. Love that for me. I wish I'd seen a little bit more of their deck, but I think, do I want Prismatic Ending? That's, I guess, the question. They had a lot of draw 7s, or do I just want like a Council's Judgment or Fiery Confluence? Or a Lion Sash? They might have like a Brain Freeze combo loop. I guess with Gao, Pending can eat something for 2. Skyclave, Sanguine. Maybe I cut Sanguine Evangelist on the draw. Okay, I'll do that. It just getting something down seems good. It feels like exiling stuff from their graveyard could be relevant. I'm not entirely sure. This hand's quite slow, but I will keep it. You have Gitaxian Probe? Tameo. Okay, we have Caracas, so that'll be great. So I'm not going to play Elegant Parlor turn 1. I will be... Yeah, I think not letting them get their clue tokens is very important here. Bounce Tameo. So we can this kind of acts like Rishadan Port. The more they play Tameo, the more I have to Caracas them. Mox Diamond. Don't love that for me. But Skyclave can eat a Mox Diamond very well. Kavu is a 2/2. That's fine. Giver of Runes. Do I want Giver of Runes or do I want like Gao? I guess I want Gao. Wandering Emperor. I will put that on top. And I guess I'll move to their turn and bounce. I guess there's like a weird world where they play a draw 3 in response to me Caracasing them. Okay, Tamo's back. Territorial Kavu can dig them through their deck. Sorry, I'm moving the microphone here. I'm so locked in. I'm really trying to win this because it would be sick to trophy 4 in a row again. Like, we've been winning so much this season. They discarded Sink into Stupor. That seems like a good card here, but unless they're trying to just spend all their mana on Tameo. Tarmogoyf is a 2/3. Sure. They have 1 card in hand. The Wandering Emperor. So let's go Plains, Gao. Bounce the Tameo. No, because they can like have Gut. This time I will wait. They have 1 card in hand. It's pretty unlikely that they're just going to slam a draw 4 or like Ancestral with Tameo out. Prof's Eidetic Memory. Well, it is a draw 1. So they're going to make something bigger. I'm going to take some damage, but it's not that big of a deal. Or we'll bounce this. Because the reason for bouncing there is it is fairly likely they could have a draw 1 at instant speed. Like a Thought Scour or something, flip the Tameo that way. And that would be pretty rough. So they shouldn't attack with both because they don't want me to start growing my Gao, I don't think. Yeah. I guess if they discard something to grow Tarmogoyf, that would make sense. They did not. Take 3. So I don't have double red for Chandra yet, but I could draw it. Tameo comes down. Sunbaked Canyon. I now have double red for Chandra. I also have Skyclave Apparition plus Caracas. Let me attack with... I don't think I'm playing Chandra, and I don't want to take damage from this if I don't have to. So let's go Plains. Attack with Gao. It gets bigger when it attacks. Okay. Don't hate that. Let me Skyclave. The Kavu, I think. And then we have Caracas for the Tameo, which I will just do now. Hey, and just a quick reminder, I've got a secondary channel called Caleb Gannon Gaming if you're interested in more content. I've been playing Slay the Spire, I've been posting Azoth content, which is a game that I made. And Slay the Spire 2 is coming out in like less than a week on March 5th, and I'll be posting daily Slay the Spire 2 content then. So if any of that seems interesting to you, go check out Caleb Gannon Gaming, link in the description. Okay, they've had 1 card in hand for a while. We'll see what this is. Time Spiral? Yep. Gonna be a big Tarmogoyf. That's for sure. Yeah. It's a good draw. So Tarmogoyf is gonna get 7 power on it. I might have to chump block with Skyclave, but we'll see what happens. If only I had Lightning Bolt up. Okay, they redraw Tameo. Oh, please put the counters on Tameo. Dang it. I think I'm gonna take this hit. I have a lot of ways to kill this card. 7 damage isn't the end of the world. Take 7. Because it's gonna get bigger as the game goes on, as cards enter our graveyards. Broadside Bombardiers. That's a good one. Let's go Mountain. Guide of Souls. Okay. So I can use Lion Sash to keep Tarmogoyf in check. I don't know how much that matters, really. I can use Lion Sash plus Lightning Bolt at the beginning of each end step if a card left your graveyard gets bigger. So I'm definitely gonna have to chump. Let's see if I get to attack with Gao. Because 4/4 is pretty big. Okay, like that. I could play Mach D or Lion Sash. I don't have anything in my graveyard yet. Post-combat Bombardiers is a little weird. Maybe I should have just played that. I think I'm gonna play Lion Sash. No, the flying is relevant, right? No, Lion Sash. Lion Sash plus Gao can be sick. I can Lightning Bolt them and then eat it with Gao, and that'll trigger a lot of damage. If they kill one of my things, Lion Sash will trigger Gao. And I could let them attack with Tameo. They Flame Slash the Gao. See, that's another reason to wait. Poor guy. This is at the beginning of the end step, right? Yeah. Wistfulness for both. So they're going to exile Lion Sash and draw discard stuff. Pretty good. That will flip the Tameo. How do I do this? I don't know if there's a good way to do it. I will just Caracas the Tameo here, which could let them draw discard her. Wistfulness enters. They keep the 6/5, which is pretty scary, and then they're going to be able to profts onto something else. Do I want to exile a card from their graveyard to shrink the Tarmogoyf, or do I just... I think I just let it happen. I think we're very clearly into the you have to chump block every single turn territory. But I just need a token producer, and I'm kind of moving. So I have to chump. Skyclave. If I draw like Flicker Wisp, I guess isn't a possible out here. I don't know if I sided out Flicker Wisp. Here comes Tameo. I don't think I'm winning this one, unfortunately. The creatures are too big. They drew Time Spell right at the right turn they needed. I mean, I can Chandra plus Lightning Bolt on the Wistfulness. Guess that's the play. Play Chandra. 4 damage. Lightning Bolt you. Chump block Tarmogoyf here. And I can Caracas the Tameo if they go to profts on it. Then I draw removal for Tarmogoyf and I'm back in this. Presuming they don't have a way to kill my Skyclave. Ah, they did. GG's. GG's. What was I drawing? Giver of Runes wouldn't have done it. Oh, no. I was absolutely not winning that game. Alright. Well, the trophy streak is gone, but this deck is incredible. We just have to draw well with it, which we did not do these games. See you next round. Alright, we're playing against Razor Maul MTG. Let's go first. I'm on the play. I have Flage Caracas. I'm gonna keep this hand and like oddly not use Black Lotus. Or I could just play a turn 1 3/2 double striker. Maybe that's the play. Just turn 1. Wait, they revealed Luris, so their deck is all cheap stuff. Turn 1 3/2 double striker. Just dies to a lightning bolt. But what else does this hand do? Not a lot. They can't fatal push it. I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens. It's definitely not the best play I've ever made, but it's 6 damage every turn starting turn 1, and there's not that many kill spells that deal with it. It feels worth it. Attack you for 6. Next turn I can Flage Caracas. Yeah, it's like Fatal Push doesn't do it. Cut Down, I think maybe does it. Cut Down, I think does it. Swords and Oust and all that stuff do it. But that does not. It does give them a chump blocker, I guess. This doesn't gain them life. It's just each opponent loses 1 life, but this card gains them life. Pending. Okay, I'm going to attack with Death Greeter's Champion first. Wait, did they just attack with Guide of Souls? Oh, right, I was tapped. I was like, why did I not block? Okay, I take 1 here. Yeah, I think I will just pending the guide. And then I have Flage Caracas loop to start just destroying them here on out. Him to Torok. Okay. I do lose Flage, but now I'm a little bit unfortunate, but, you know, 1 more card, because I have a red source. Yeah, I have the mana to escape Flage, so I need like 2 cards in my graveyard. Attack you for 6. Play this. Yeah, because this requires 5 other cards. They have Ancestral. Okay. Alright. Man, the discarding Flage with my Caracas loop is very unfortunate. But so far, Death Greeter's Champion, so he's dead. Like, Black Lotus wouldn't have done anything better anyway, so I think it was correct to play it when I had the chance, because after the Storyteller, you got it. So I need something that goes into my graveyard. Wandering Emperor. I can exile this, but I think I'm better off just making a creature after they attack and blocking. That seems quite good. It does expose me to counter magic, but like I don't think I'm winning if they have counter magic anyway, and putting 1 more card into the graveyard, 1, 2, 3, 4, lets me escape Flage. So actually this plays perfectly. Bitter Blossom. That is ambitious. That's really ambitious. I love that for them. Okay, get in there. Do I need Caracas? I don't think my life total is too relevant right now. Reprieve. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. It doesn't go to my graveyard. Bro. Just draw planes. They have Reprieve. That's so annoying. Because I was hoping if they countered it, I can at least untap and make a Flage. Go ahead. So they just don't attack with Marionette Apprentice. And maybe I should have just exiled it when I had the chance. But then they would just kill my Emperor with the Spirit token. They do draw off Staff of the Storyteller. Ugh, the Reprieve there. If I had Flage, they'd be at 3 and different story. Okay, you draw. Strip Mine. Oh my god, dude. Wait, what? Okay. We'll take that. They could have locked me off of escaping Flage. We'll take that. I was like, you just hit this. We have a good time unless they have some crazy legend. Duress. Alright, I will play this. And I can activate any ability of this that I want. They so kindly put... Okay, so let me make a Samurai. I guess there's no need to do this now, but I did. So she takes 1. Okay, you got Luris. With literally nothing to get back yet. And I have a Mana Tithe, so that's great. Get in there, Flage. Red, red, white, white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to hit my opponent for 3. And then Wandering Emperor is going to give this first strike. I guess I will attack with this. If my opponent spends their turn playing Luris, and then Marionette Apprentice, they just die to Flage. So I'm kind of happy with that going down that way. And if they do like Luris, Marionette Apprentice plus anything else, I can just Mana Tithe it. So yeah, they're just dead. I love that. Honestly, if they strip mine my mountain, different game entirely. Because Luris isn't doing anything right now. Yeah. Okay, this is absolutely a Fiery Confluence matchup. Burst Lightning, Lion Sash, all of that stuff. Cutting these like more cute flicker synergies. Felia. I like Felia in the deck still, I think. Do I? Felia's good with Skyclave and Wandering Emperor. Good against tokens. They do have a lot of tokens too. Oh, I have Fury. Man, this deck is loaded. Voice of Victory, Mach-D. I don't think Mana Tithe is likely to be amazing against them, but I'm on the draw. I think it's likely to be a dead draw against the deck where everything costs 1 mana. And especially if they're doing like Hymn to Torok, Ancestral Recall stuff, I would rather just have a card that does something. Keep this. I'd like to point out my opponent played Ancestral Recall, Hymn to Torok. They just lost. Lightning Bolt. Good one to have up. Urborg lets me tap Sunbaked Canyon for colorless. Hymn to Torok. Don't hit my lands. Okay, you hit 2 good cards. Oh, I don't have to take damage here. I can tap for black. Losing for their Lingus is annoying, but not the end of the world. Deep Cavern Bat takes my Lightning Bolt. If they have Fatal Push as well for my Death Greeters champion, we could be in a little bit of trouble. Especially with that draw. Alright, let's do this. Cast you. Give you Double Strike. No Fatal Push there. So just both games have a double striking 3/3. That's a problem. Okay, Death Greeters champion is dead, so I need to draw a spell. Having 5 lands is kind of rough. I did, I guess, request don't hit my lands when they played Hymn to Torok, but what I meant was... Oh, they have Snuff Out. Okay. What I meant was don't hit all of my lands. Bro. I have to draw. I know they have Bowmasters. Skyclave could get me out of this. If I draw, like, only action or red sources from here on out. But this is the downside of having bad mana, right? I have so many draws that I just can't play even though I'm flooding because I can't, my mana's bad. But I get to learn more about their deck. They're like almost mono black, which is surprising. Snuff Out does seem great. Fiery Confluence would be good if I had red mana. Guide of Souls, you got it. Put Lurrus into your hand. Yeah, like Bombardiers is cool, but... Okay, we're gonna Skyclave the Bat. Then if I hit a red source, we're kind of in business. Basim Ishak. Whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card, he can't be blocked. Seems cool. Admittedly, this is not the best Broadside Bombardier situation. So I'm not going to block the Bowmasters because they have Lurrus. And, okay, never mind, it doesn't matter. They're just slow rolling me. Okay, you have a lot of stuff. Next turn, they can Lurrus. I'm like super dead. Like Fiery Confluence is the one out, but I don't have red mana to cast it. Mox Ruby. Okay. Actually, that could be okay. No, because if I kill anything, they could just Lurrus it back. And I can't sack the Mox. We're just going to move on. I'm just kind of done with this game. A lot of cheap stuff. Yeah, just run it back. Okay. Turn 1 Wandering Emperor. Seems good. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble drawing just a good balance of lands and spells here. I don't think I'm going to give them an opportunity to like counter or duress the Wandering Emperor here. Let's just play it out. Make a Samurai. I would just be so sad if they mana tithed my Wandering Emperor. Okay. Land. No. Never lucky this guy. Let's make another Samurai because I showed Inferno Grasp, which could kill the Wandering Emperor, and I think having 2 creatures in play on turn 2, like, that could potentially be enough. They cut down that one, sure. Good thing I didn't go for the uptick. Alright, I need, like, lands. Please. Deep Cavern Bat. So that's gonna enter. They can see my hand. I will just Burst Lightning this. This isn't like Mesmeric Fiend where if you kill it in response to the trigger, you'll lose it forever. It's the more modern templating where that kind of stuff just works. I think this was a reasonable keep. Turn 1 Wandering Emperor, any land, bro. Alright, I got a 3/3. I had 2 removal spells for the very cheap creature deck. But I'm doing almost no damage now. They duress me. I only have one spell in my hand, so we will bolt ya. They reanimate the bat. Sure. It's not terrible. They could take Luminarch Aspirant, so now I need 2 lands to be able to do something. Okay, but that could be 2 lands. This digs me. That's 2 lands. Excellent. Let me just keep growing this thing. You have Fatal Push too? Oh, Dismember, Snuff Down. Okay, actually kind of happy that they're doing that. Because everything else in my hand is much scarier. Although, it would have been sick to make it like a 5/5 double strike with Death Greater's Champion. Next turn, we got a couple options. I could play Bombardiers, down take Wandering Emperor, and sack the token to kill the bat. I can just Flage the bat and make a token, which seems like the most promising right now. They didn't put Luris in hand. So let's attempt to Flage, the one I least care if it gets countered. I think they have Bowmasters. Reprieve, sure. Okay. I'm just gonna uptick Wandering Emperor. They're doing 1, trading 1 here. They put Luris in hand and they still have 2 mana up. I could just... I don't want to kill this because they could just play it with Luris next turn. Draw a land. Plays around Mana Tide or Daze. Let me just dash a Death Greater's Champion. Make you bigger. Make you even bigger. They kill that, lose 2 life, sure. They go to 8. Goodbye, Death Greater's Champion. Yeah, because if I play Flage, they just recast this. So I just leave them with the bat. It's not that big of a deal. Unless I draw an untapped land. Lingering Souls. Moderately annoying, but I think at this point I might have it just with Flage Escape Flage. We'll see though. Attack Wandering Emperor. I could also go Bombardiers with haste and uptick Lion Sash. Lion Slash also fairly relevant. So they're gonna be able to kill the Wandering Emperor, but I think a 3/3 Bombardiers with first strike is so hard for them to deal with. They'd have to chump with 2 spirits if they want to get it out of there. And I know the last card in their hand is a Luris that does absolutely nothing right now. I mean, it has lifelink, which is annoying, but as soon as they play Luris, I can kill it with Flage. What is happening? Okay, I don't know why. You press OK like 4 times and eventually it says OK. They kill the Wandering Emperor. Great. I can Flage plus Boast, which would do 8. So unless their last card is relevant, they're dead. I win. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, so we attack first for 3. Then I turn off auto yields, play this, play Flage. They know they're dead as well. Three damage to you. Sacrifice another creature, do 5 damage to you. Wow. Really fighting my deck in this round, but we did win. See you next round. Alright, we're playing against Mole Waco, something like that. I very much look forward to having a normal hand and games of Magic. Please. I mean, it's great. If I draw like 1 more land, this hand is fantastic. Now, the mana is going to hurt me tremendously, but that is the nature of this draft. Ponder. Okay. Well, I'm less worried about the mana hurting me. Oh my gosh, we drew Plains. Let's go. Alright, Giver of Runes. I'm gonna go Giver of Runes, Voice of Victory, Gut, Death Greater's Champion, 4th Year Lingus, and just boom. Ooh, and unless they have Stern Scolding or Daze or Force of Will, I guess quite a few things. This is just gonna take over the game. They put one on top. I'm getting Breach Brain Freeze vibes from my opponent, like a Storm deck, so I'm just gonna, until I see something different, just be as aggressive as I can. They're playing really slow, and they haven't done anything in 2 turns. That's just the vibe I'm getting. I guess no need to expose red mana here. Play this. And I would like to attack, but I think Giver of Runes keeping Gut alive is going to be really nice. Although it doesn't really matter, I guess, because keeping this alive too is fairly important, because now they can't use counter magic. Okay, goodbye. So they lose a land. Fair enough. guess that's how that is. I think I'm just gonna play Fourth Year Lingus now. Nothing else is particularly great to resolve here. Man, opponent's thinking for a long time about this. They must not have realized they'd have to lose a land. Goodbye, creatures. Bombardiers. They're definitely F6. I'm just gonna Fourth Year Lingus. Start getting Monarch draws. Gives me a token to sacrifice to these things. They had the Spell Pierce. Alright. I guess. They had literally the perfect cards every turn. So I don't think they're playing Breach combo anymore. Or at least not like an all-in Storm deck. Are they like... Okay, they have all their mana up. Just draw planes. Nothing too crazy. Let's just play Bombardiers with the goal of Death Greeters championing onto it next turn. Bombardiers on its own is kind of sad. I will admit that. We were going to have cool stuff to do with it. Consult the star charts. You got it. Ugh, that balance was so good. What do you got here? 2 red, blue, white. Chandra would be annoying. Fiery Confluence. Sure. I take some damage and they hit my thing. That could have gone a lot worse. So they have 2 Wrath effects. Worth noting. I don't hate this. Mana Confluence, Thraben Inspector. Dash Death Greeter's Champion. And I'm gonna grow the Thraben Inspector here. Thank you for 4. Okay. Love to see stock up. It doesn't do anything currently. I get scared of stock up when my opponent's playing a combo deck, which they could be, and then I would just die if they go like LED Brain Freeze, whatever. That's fine. But if they just go stock up and do nothing, I'm not that mad about it. Mountain. Let me... Regular... They have a Lightning Bolt is the card I'm most scared of. If I play Gut, they probably Lightning Bolt my Thraben Inspector. I guess that's fine. We'll lead with Gut. They could also Lightning Bolt the Gut, which would be kind of annoying. So I guess I'll lead on Death Greeter's Champion without Dash. Turn this into a double striker. Stern Scolding. Okay, that worked out. Baited them. We get to play Gut. Unless you have Daze. Daze would be crazy stuff here. Okay. Now I get to hit you for 6. Okay, Metamorphose. I also like that they have Mana Confluence in their mana, so they're fairly limited in what they can do. We know about Stern Scolding, Fiery Confluence, Spell Pierce. They do have Underworld Breach in their deck, so they can Metamorphose a bunch of times and try and Brain Freeze me. Seems good. It's not bad. Oh, they could also just Flashback Balance, which would be disgusting. Although they would have no cards in hand. Okay. I mean, do your thing. So Line Sash is definitely coming in. Their deck looks sweet. I mean, it's like a control deck with Breach combo stuff. What did I tell you? Like turn 1, I was getting Breach vibes. Okay, so they are not planning to cast Balance. They have Brain Freeze. So almost certainly I'm dead if they have LED or Lotus Petal in their deck. But I do get to see a lot of their deck. They do have LED. They have Fourth Year Lingus, Bombardier, Gush, Brain Freeze, Counter Spell. Alright, I'm just gonna concede. Well, yeah, you have the combo. I'll just concede to this. They're playing very slowly, and I don't feel like making them play it out. Alright, Line Sash. I mean, honestly, they didn't... They just had the cards that they needed at the right time. Makti doesn't seem that important. I don't think I need the Flicker Wisp Containment Priest stuff. Gao just hits hard. And this just hits hard. Let's run it like that. It'd be wild if I went 1-2 with this deck. This deck is so good. Let's go first. Yeah, I'll keep this. The mana is definitely holding me back, but although I've mostly been losing due to flooding or what's the other one? Mana Screw. Last game my opponent just had a sick deck. Okay, they could Stern Scolding a Thraben Inspector. Wow. Play Mountain. Play Thraben Inspector. They don't Stern Scolding that. I think I will crack the clue. Because I have like Mox Ruby and Thraben Inspector to sacrifice. We'll see though. I'm attacking for 3 here. If they have balanced turn 3, like, sure, I guess. Consider, you got it. We'll see. If they pass with all their mana up, I might crack the clue. If they just kind of ponder into a Stern Scolding or Spell Pierce, I mean, it would be really nice to be able to send the clue at them. So the only card in their deck that I know of that can stop this is Stern Scolding, so I'm just going to go for it. Mountain, play Gut. Move to combat. Grow the Thraben Inspector. Attack. Do I want to sack the clue, or at this point do I want to sack the Mox Ruby? Because basically I just, unless they have balance, I'm fine. If they do have balance, I'll want to use the clue to get back into this game. I think I'm actually going to sack the Mox Ruby. Because it's balance or bust. And if it's balance, it's going to be a long game. And in the long game, cards in hand matter a lot more. And if they play balance, they're going down to like 2 cards in hand. So it's not going to be that terrible. It's going to be annoying if they have it. Bro, come on. It's so annoying. Yep. Alright, I need to draw a white source. Not really a good way to play around that. Like, you have to present pressure. They discard Brain Freeze. So if they just have Underworld Breach, I'm just dead, actually. Unless I can Skyclave the LED, that would be nice. So I'd have to draw a white source for that. Or Pending or Lion Sash. Like, there's a lot of draws. There's a Lion Sash. Okay. I can eat a Brain Freeze, which means I'm not just immediately dying. Unless they literally untap and kill me right now, which can't really play around that either. Like, if they just go balance a lethal board state into untap Underworld Breach combo naturally, GG's, I guess. Okay, Jace can bounce Lion Sash, which is very annoying. Yeah, dude, my bad mana is hurting me so much in these games. Because if I could just Lion Sash and Brain Freeze, even if they bounce this with Jace, like, this isn't that big of a setback, because I don't care about what they're doing anymore. Or if I could have cast Skyclave Apparition, also would have been pretty good. Okay. What's more important? If 1 card in hand, I think Lion Sash on Brain Freeze. That way I don't immediately just die to stuff. Then I can Skyclave the Jace next turn. They're taking damage off Mana Vault. If I Skyclave the Jace and they just like draw Underworld Breach, I'd be really sad. So far, sacking the clue instead of the Mox was a big downside. Or sacking the Mox instead of the clue. Because having a Mox right now would let me like Fury hardcast. They fold a 5. Fourth Airling is for 3. Oh, dude. Okay, Fiery Confluence. Okay, untap land. Let me Fury the Jace. Please. I need to Fury the Jace. What? Okay, let's do it. Lethal Attacker. They can Fourth Airling us for 3 or 4. A lot of that would be on blocking duty. Bro, they do have it. They have Fractured Identity? Bro! 4 less. This deck is gonna go 1-2. I don't see a lot of value in playing Skyclave. I guess it potentially stops them from attacking. But I think it's better to wait and Skyclave what they potentially play next, or if they spend their turn untapping Mana Vault, maybe it's better. Maybe it was better just to play it Chandra. So Chandra can kill that thing, but she can also just uptick. Bro, this is so annoying because I can uptick Chandra. Uh, she could do 2 damage to them. 2 is not 3. I can Skyclave the Mana Vault, and then if they tap this for mana, they die. I can Chandra down the Fury, but then 4th Year Lingas kills me. Turns out I should have played Skyclave last turn. 3 cards in hand. I saw 4th Year Lingas from them. I also saw counter spells from them. I guess if they have 4th Year Lingas, they probably would have played it last turn. They can't spell pierce me. We'll see. It's 1 card. They've seen half their deck, so I guess 50% chance they have it. They firebolt her. Well, they don't have it if they did that. So Flage is lethal. Dashed creature is lethal. A lot of things are lethal. They have flashback firebolt. Another planes. So if I Skyclave the Mana Vault, it forces them to firebolt, I guess, which is fine. It also might eat a counterspell. I doubt it will, but... And I'm not going to play land. Glen Elendra Guardian. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to wait. Because now they get to kill this, have this flying creature. Yeah, I think this deck might win too. Which it would be so nuts. I mean, I'm at 12 life and I just have to draw a Flage. They do have Bombardier, so I'm going to die very quickly here. Although... Huh. Take 4. They're at 3. I guess they're just racing. This isn't legendary. This is not legendary. I guess that makes sense. I'm dead next turn. They put me to 3. They go to 2. Underworld Breach. LED. Oh, sick. Nice. Their last draw was Underworld Breach. I guess that's... Yeah, you can't beat that. Wow, this deck went 1-2. That's nuts. GG's, I guess. That's sometimes you get vintage cubed, you know, your opponent has balance turn 2 every time. That was kind of tilting, I'll be honest. I mean, this is one of the best looking decks I've ever drafted recently. It did, like, we would have liked something more here. There's a lot of 3s, but we kind of lost because we flooded out and ran out of action in many games. So you'd think this deck would have plenty of action. But it is what it is. It's a wild way to end the trophy streak. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.